Obviously, if you did want your parrot, you would need to just break the glass and get him out, but normally you don't tend to carry parrots around with you, and I think this is a super cute little area. Plus, he'll still dance even if he's in the cage, so that's always a bonus. Hi guys, and welcome back to the next video, and today I have 10 things you can add to your builds in Minecraft on the new 1.16 update. Some of these things will work before 1.16, but I wanted to try and incorporate some of the new blocks and things added in 1.16 to a few of the builds. So let's get into it. So the first thing we have here are these glass cases for your armor stands. Now I think this is a really cool touch for armor stands. It stops the armor stands getting knocked and pushed as you're running through your base, and I think it just sort of adds a whole other level of detail to it. So to make this, all you're going to need is an armor stand, some armor of your choice, a building block, some form of redstone, a piston, and some glass. I basically put down here a little place where my armor stand is going to go. So I'm going to put the armor stand down, I'm going to attach all of the armor to it, and it looks pretty good already, just recessed into the wall, but we can add the glass to make it slightly better. So all you have to do is put the glass in front of it, put down another couple of building blocks with some pistons facing towards the glass, and then pop down some redstone, break the redstone and the pistons, and there you have it. Nice little armor stand in a glass container. So the next thing is using the same mechanic as the glass container, but instead of armor, it is birds. This makes bird cages for your parrots. It's super cute. You can change up the materials you need, obviously, to either have different trapdoors, different glass, different parrots, whatever you need, but I think this is a super cute way to sort of contain the parrots rather than them just sat openly. All you need for this is some glass. I use some leaves, but it can be any building block, a piston, some redstone, a parrot, some seeds to tame your parrot, trapdoors of your choice, and again, another building block. So all you need here is a little wall where you're going to put your parrot in front of, and I'm going to use jungle leaves there just because it looks cuter on the inside, and I'm just going to decorate it with some trapdoors. I'm going to put my parrot on there and tame him, and then all I need to do is pop my glass above the parrot. Again, like before, I want to put some building blocks just so that I can put a piston facing down, break those, replace it with some redstone, break all of that, and now you have the parrot in the container, and you could leave it like that, but I like putting some more leaves on the top side, and again, more trapdoors, just to complete the finished little look. And this just looks so cute on the inside, it looks so adorable. Obviously, if you did want your parrot, you would need to just break the glass and get him out, but normally you don't tend to carry parrots around with you, and I think this is a super cute little area. Plus, he'll still dance even if he's in the cage, so that's always a bonus. Now the next thing is a little rabbit hutch. Now I've seen this all over TikTok, and I think it's such a cute idea, and it's just a simple thing that you can customize to just add a little bit more detail to your game. And for this, all you're going to need is some scaffolding, a trapdoor of your choice, some wood of your choice, some fences of your choice, and some rabbits. Now you can make this whatever size and shape you want, but basically you just need a back wall, some scaffolding, and then some trapdoors on most of the scaffolding faces. I chose the jungle just because it kind of looks like a hutch already with the sort of circle see-through bits. And then you just want to fence in the area like so. Build it up just tall enough so that the rabbits can't just hop out. And then you have a couple rabbits in there, and they've now got a little hutch. It looks super adorable and it's super easy. So the next thing is an aquarium or a fish tank, depending on what you want to call it. And this you can obviously change depending on the size you need and if you want to put it up against a wall. I would kind of recommend against the wall because sometimes your little fishes die, but it's a fun addition. So basically you just need some stairs. I use soul sand, warped trapdoors, but again you can replace it with any trapdoors, tropical fish, water, and a sea lantern. Obviously a lot of the building blocks for most of these builds are changeable, so it's completely up to you, but for this you basically just want to create a nice little circle. I put soul sand at the bottom here, and I will show you why in a minute. And then you're just going to tower it up however tall you want it. I'm going to just have it a 2-block gap, pop in another ring of stairs, like so, and then I'm just going to pop down a sea lantern at the top. And for this, it can sometimes get a little bit messy just with the water. It sometimes pours out where you maybe don't want it to, so I'm just going to pop down 2 blocks on either side, and then I hope to sort of like cage in the water as I put it down. But basically you just click it into all of the stairs. As you can tell, it has made a mess, but we can fix that later. You just want to make sure you get all of the source blocks, and then just go around the edge of the aquarium, covering it with blocks. When the water stops flowing, you can then break it. You basically want to make sure that you're only putting source blocks on the bottom layer and the top layer and none in the middle so that it constantly flows down. Then just surround the base and the top with some trapdoors. I'm just using the warped ones because the color of them kind of gives off this like nautical vibe with it being kind of blue anyway. And the reason I use soul sand is it means if you have a look inside, you can see that there are some bubbles. And I think that just is a nice little touch to the aquarium. And then you can just put in some of your favorite fish, and there we go, we have a little aquarium. Now, like I said, they can sometimes swim out of the water, so this could be a cool thing to recess into the wall, maybe put in a corner, or just have one fish because they murder each other by knocking each other out of the tank, whatever you prefer. Now for the next one, we have this super cute bathroom, but the thing we are focusing on here is this banner. We're basically making a mirror in Minecraft. Also, using the waterlog thing, you can make a little sink using some stairs and just putting water in the back. It looks super cute. So what we're going to need for this is a loom, a light grey banner, some white dye, some light blue dye, some more white dye, and some black dye. And all we're going to do is, in the loom, put down your grey banner and put in some white dye, and you're going to go for this cross pattern, and you're going to take that, put it back in, and you're going to go for this gradient here right at the bottom. You're going to take that up, put it back in with the white, and then you're going to pick the other gradient, so the opposite of what we had before. Now you're going to put it back in, pop in the black dye, select the border, and voila, you have yourself some mirrors. So this could look really cute. If you're doing like a clothes shop, you could have it in a changing room, anything like that, but I think this is really cool. You can obviously customize what color the rim is going to be. If you were maybe to put in like a brown one, it would maybe more look like a wooden frame, or you could put in like rainbow just to have it colorful. Completely up to you. So the next one is using the target blocks, which are added in 1.16, and it's just to make a simple archery range. Now I know you're probably like, Scott, archery ranges have been done before, and they have, but the target blocks make it simple. So here I have 3 target blocks attached to a dispenser with little fireworks, so you know when you've hit it and it'll let it go. I think these are super cute and just a fun little addition to any build in any world. And all you're going to need is the target block, a dispenser, some fences, and some fireworks. Again, I'm just using some of the warped fences from the Nether update, and I'm just going to pop a little target block there. I want to basically just put down some more blocks with the dispenser facing up the way, put in my fireworks, and then just aim and shoot. You can obviously decorate it however you want, put them further back, different heights, but I think this is just a fun little way to add like a mini game to your server for you and your friends, so you can maybe hit them all the fastest, and just like hide them all over the place. But I think the target blocks are really fun. Now, speaking of Nether update, I have some fun Nether portals. Now, obviously you can recreate these type of things using blocks from mods or from earlier versions of the game, whatever it is you have available, but I think using the Nether blocks on the portal is a really fun idea, and I think these look really, really cool. So I'm going to show you how to make the warped one, because obviously I love cyan, so this looks really cute. Now, all you're going to do is start off with your basic obsidian portal, 3 on either side, 2 wide, and voila, we have the portal. Now, I'm going to use this black stone wall, and I'm just going to run up the sides, and I'm going to use some black stone stairs along the top. Now, I'm going to just curve the end stairs in so it kind of goes to a point, and then on this side, I'm going to put some warped stairs, like little shelves, and again, along the top, I'm also going to do the same to give us this frame. I'm going to use some warp stems coming out of the portal, kind of like the Nether is leaking out. You can obviously change it to cobblestone or other bricks, depending what you have available. And then the fun thing is using these trapdoors along the top to kind of create a funnel, and on the inside, popping some doors like so, just so you can kind of close off the Nether to stop any bad guys coming through when you don't want them. I'm also going to put some soul lanterns on the ends just to kind of add a little bit of light to the area, and that's your portal. It's basically done. We'll just grab our flint and steel, give it a light, and shut the door, and it now means that I can go adventuring in the Nether, come back, shut the door behind me, and I don't worry about mobs or anything following me through, or your prized pets just wandering in themselves. This is the other version of it using the crimson things. Obviously, if you wanted to follow along, you can just pause the video, have a look here, and get it there. The next thing is just super simple path lights that I thought were quite interesting, and obviously you can change the block palette and using the different sort of trapdoors there are. Again, I'm using the 1.16 blocks because I think they're really fun, but basically all you need is some glass, some glowstone, and a trapdoor of your choice. And this one is super simple, and basically you just want to put some glowstone or sea lantern in the floor, just pop a few down. You want to put some glass over the top of it and then just line it with some trapdoors. These create some cute little like pod lights, and I think these could look really cute going along some paths or maybe deep in a garden rather than the normal lampposts up on a stick. I think it'd be quite cute to have some of them buried around on the ground just to give different light levels and a bit more dimension. The next build isn't as much a follow along tutorial as much as it is some advice for making fountains or paths. Now in Minecraft they changed the way that water works with stair blocks, and basically you can put water in the stair blocks without it flowing anywhere else, and I think this creates a really cool layer. I think this gives you a lot more to play with when you're adding depth to your builds, and basically for it all you need is some stone bricks or bricks of your choice, some water, and some imagination. So for this one I'm just going to make actually a path rather than a fountain, just to kind of show you the different things you can do with it. But basically you just lay it like that and then just take a bucket and pop it into the stair blocks. And that adds such a cool little element. It looks almost like little rivers or like drainage systems on the sides. I think it's super cute, and it adds another little bit of depth. Also, for all you skyblock enthusiasts, if you didn't know, you can make a super small compact cobblestone generator using this method. If you pop down some stairs, put some water on it, pop some lava there, and cobblestone will form. And you can just break the cobblestone, and this saves you worrying about your water flowing and turning into obsidian. It's a much smaller, more compact, and safer way to do it, and I think this is just a fun little tip in case you didn't know. Now lastly, we have this super cute, adorable hang bench. Again, I've used some of the warped materials just because I love cyan, and I think these look really cool. Obviously you could use some spruce, some oak, some birch, whatever you have just to make it work in your area, but I think this is super adorable. Now for this, all you're going to need is a fence, some stairs, some trapdoors, some rails, some iron bars, some slabs, some lanterns, and unfortunately you do need a barrier block to make this one, because the way the game works is you need it to sort of have the rails work. But they're building tips and tricks, so if you can get some barrier blocks, it's a fun one to do. You could probably do it with glass as well, and it wouldn't look too bad from a distance. You want to get the structure of your swing down first. To do that, you want to just do 4 posts, all 3 high, and then I like to start by getting the frame of the swing done first. I think the frame is an important part, and it kind of helps working around the rest of it. So this is the frame that you will have. Now the next thing you need to do is basically grab some blocks and pop them like so in the middle, just suspended above the air, and underneath you want to just pop some trapdoors like so. Pop some trapdoors on the side, along the back. You can break those blocks to give you a floating bench. Now obviously you could just leave it like this and it would look pretty cute. You could add some iron bars like that to kind of give the illusion. But what we're going to do is add an iron bar there, put down some warped slabs, pop down your barrier blocks on these corners of the bench, and then on top we're going to put down a rail like this, and then one thing you can do is break the rail and pop down your iron bar. So suddenly you have a suspended swing. You can then just add some lanterns around just to sort of decorate and such, but I think this is a really cute little addition, and although it may not be big enough for us to sit on, it is big enough for our little wolf friends to sit on. So if you just tame it and sit one down, it just sits in the middle of the bench and looks super cute. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you maybe learned something from it. A lot of these tips are things I found through watching different videos and looking online for different builds, and I wanted to sort of compile a bunch of my favorites into one video so that you could take them and do it yourself. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, comment down below what your favorite one was. Was there anything you didn't know that I've surprised you with? Is there anything you're definitely going to incorporate in? I think I'm definitely going to incorporate some of the portals and making them look nicer. I definitely like the little base lamps and also the putting parrots and armor stands in glass containers. That's super cute and I love that. Remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit the notification bell so you do not miss a video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!